Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH Hashem, YAHAWASHI Hashem, Rakwah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the mighty Akim Wakawathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with no lesson.
It is hugely sad when it's around Christmas.
I'm gonna speak over this because I'm in a hurry. I'm trying to get this done quickly. But basically, you can watch the whole thing on your own time. Link is in the description as always. But what happened here is there's this dude that killed his family, and this reminds me of this actually.
Basis for white people is within a white family. You see,
this is a video I did I think almost twice within 2 months or something, where what happened here is this Jake just basically reported how a bunch of Edomite men primarily, are killing their families and stuff like that. Like, this is an epidemic phenomenon, whatever, where they, for some odd self-righteous reason, they say that you know what, I'm just gonna kill my family or whatever and stuff like that. Well, and Slocky, I don't even want to say that. That just sounds so evil to say, and I feel like there's like some sort of evil spirit on it.
He hears a gunshot.
In just saying that, that's why I don't want to. I kind of want to abstain from saying that. Obviously, that's a little paranoid. But aside from that, the main thing I really want to get into is how this type of stuff that's happening, like this is the irony in how Esau always wants us to talk about how we are the most dangerous people, but in actuality, they are the most dangerous people. They are the threat. They are the threats to themselves. They are a threat to themselves and stuff like that. This is what actually goes on. This is what actually goes on, where you expect, people expect, oh, Jake is going around terrorizing people, and you got that one, you got a bunch of people acting as if we are going around, hurting people and whatnot. But in actuality, the person who is literally going around doing the most things, who's what race of people is the most school shooters and all that stuff like that. And then like this type of stuff just never really gets addressed. All right, this type of stuff never gets addressed, because at the end of the day, Esau is the main one. Now I want to get some of these precepts here. John 8:44, ye are of your father the devil, the lust of your fathers you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there was no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Esau is the father of lies. He is a murderer. He is of the devil, all right, the spiritual demon Satan, all right, because Esau is the physical demon Satan, all right. Esau always does all this evil, spreading wickedness and trying to guide people out of the path of righteousness, all right. And we see this in how, let me mute this, but we see this in how our people act, all right. Our people are taking up after Esau's doctrine, Esau's ways and stuff like that, rather than having some semblance of morality, all right. And what I mean by that is how Jake, they think, oh yeah, guns is the way. Well, let's get this right quick. Genesis chapter 27 verse 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, and that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Basically, Isaac had blessed Jacob with the main birthright, not the main blessing, and then Isaac blessed Esau with the sword. Isaac blessed Esau with being able to, have that military might, being able to always win his wars, which Esau has been winning his wars. Esau is known for being, a superpower in that regard, always, and even with say for example the conception of America. What happened there was it was lesser Edomites fighting against an established country, and that's how they got their independence through the sword, through war. All right, quote unquote independence, but they got their independence. So we ain't got no independence. All right. Anyway, continuing on. Yeah. So Jake copies Esau, thinking, oh yeah, I got that piece. I mean, I got that switch. I got that whatever. And that's as long as I have that, I'm good. I'm taken care of and all that stuff. Well, that's not what's going to protect you. Okay, and you have Jake that's trusting in others rather than YAHAWAH. Isaiah chapter 30 verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover their covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So they're trusting in Esau, they're trusting in Egypt, they're trusting in guns, they're trusting in anything that they can think of rather than YAHAWASHI, rather than saying, in what I know there's going to be dangers. Just living in Babylon, it puts us in danger. But you know what? I trust YAHAWASHI to protect me. All right, let me actually get this. In Matthew chapter 26, verse 52, then said Yahushua unto him, put up again thy sword into his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. All right, and that's the thing where YAHAWASHI, he said, don't go relying on the sword. Don't go relying on the thing, because you're going to die by that exact same sword. All right, and this is an example of that. As a matter of fact, let me get this. Deuteronomy 30 verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So now the Lord is moving these curses from us onto our enemies, and we're starting to see this. Okay, you got this example of that. You got these multiple. I'm gonna link this in the description as well. Again, I think I put it in my community tabs, but if I didn't, I remember to put it in. I remember to put it in now. But definitely go check this out. He basically shows a bunch of different examples, and even a famous celebrity. All right, this pro wrestler or whatever. But yeah, like, this is an example of that, where you have these seemingly upstanding citizen Edomite men that randomly just go off the rails, go off the handles, and then just end their families' lives. All right, and themselves. All of the people were taken out. All right, and here apparently this guy as well. All right, this is just another example of that. All right, but this is the thing. How is it that Esau, and obviously Jake is under the curses as well? All right, Jake is under the curses. Jake is we're not perfect, but we are under the curses. That's basically it. So what is Esau's excuse? All right, what is Esau's excuse when this is his kingdom? All right, this world is made for him. Esau made this society so that Esau, even a non-college graduate Edomite, is able to have some semblance of wealth, and make it in the kingdom, in this kingdom somehow, some way, some form, somehow. But then you still have these people that make it. You still have these people that don't make it, just going off the rails and being crazy. Like that's how depraved and destroyed Esau is. All right, like it just, this society in general, it's not made, or Esau is not made to rule. Proverbs 29 verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, people mourn. And that actually goes into some of this. Where is it? Oh yeah, the Minnesota ICE shooting where this woman, an Edomite woman, she was killed. All right, she was killed by ICE agents. ICE agents were bothering an Edomite woman. They killed her, and then now, they're trying to keep her. I think they were, as far as I saw, they were trying to keep her. What's the word? Keep her ethnicity a secret. But hold on, let me see something. All right, let me see if this news article. Yes, this new article did. No, this isn't even a news article. I think this is just a private YouTube channel that did that. So this is not on the news, and this is obviously this is footage from online. So the people reporting this, that's actually like getting the actual details. The people reporting it are independent, like not really like big companies and stuff like that. All right, but yeah, they're basically saying like, look at what is going on, look at what's happening. This is what's going on, and this woman, she had been killed by ICE agents. It's like, well, now if ICE is all about finding the immigrants, well, why did they ever need to go after her if she was a U.S. citizen? All right, so it's like, what's going on here? All right, and they're abusing their power. All right, so as a result of that, oh, okay. Slocky. Okay, so basically, the thing here is that ICE is abusing their power, and now it's affecting. It's not just affecting because it was primarily targeted towards Northern Kingdom. Then they moved to Southern Kingdom. Then now they're moving to Edomites. All right, so they're trying to go everywhere. All right, expand. Like, oh well, fucking let's just go and abuse our power on everyone. Use and do whatever we want. All right, we don't need to worry about all this stuff. All right, and then clearly there's going to be an uproar. But honestly, the uproar, I think something about Black Panther, Black Pan. So I think it's after this woman died. I think. I don't know. I heard something about these Black Panther parties getting active again after I think it was after this woman's death. I think that was what was going on as far as I heard. I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that, but that's just something that I heard somewhere on a video. Anyway, Ezekiel chapter 18 verse 32. For I have no pleasure in the death of him that dieth, saith the Lord Yahawah. Wherefore turn yourselves and live. This is the thing where Esau is all about death. All right, even with his food. All right, his food is poison. Everything that he does, it's to destroy his people. All right, I don't know if you know, but if you look at, I remember because I never got a chance to compare it myself. But if you look at the ingredients, like the back of a carton of food or whatever, you'll see chemicals of like something hydrofluoric acid, hydroxide, something or whatever, all these chemical names and stuff like that in American food, and then in Europe, just for an example, by the way, because obviously English. But yeah, when I saw it in Europe, because I don't live in Europe, but in Europe it just says nuts, this, that, or whatever, some like basic actual like food ingredients that you didn't need to Google like what the freak is this and all this stuff like that. So this is the clear difference in them wanting to kill people rather than, rather than seeking to let people live and prosper and all that stuff. Okay, Esau has never been about prosperity for the people. He's about the destruction of the people, killing, getting people, making people die. Hebrews 12 verse 16, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Esau is that profane basically meaning the opposite of sacred, the opposite of religious and stuff like that. Holy, not holy, the opposite of spiritual. That's basically it. Okay, where he's only about carnality, and he's gonna just do whatever he can to make sure people are dead. And that's the thing. The Lord does not take pleasure in the death in death. The Lord did not create people to die. Wait, what was it? It was Ezekiel. No, not Ezekiel. Ecclesiastes. No, Sirach. Is it Sirach 1? It was take whatever, it's basically the same things. Slovakia. Continuing on, 1 John chapter 3 verse 15, whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer, and ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him. And Esau's supposed to be our brother, but yet look at how he wants us dead. Look at how he even kills his own people. All right, but yet these are these God-fearing Christians and stuff like that saying, oh, we're going to church and whatever. All right, conservative values X, Y, and Z. Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. This is another thing where you have people always trying to say, oh, Esau never do nothing wrong, this man never did something wrong, he was always the nicest person. Well, look at what the frick that he did. Look at these people. All right, oh, they're saying, oh, they were the greatest people, they were such a nice family, whatever, and stuff like that. Well, yeah, they were a nice family maybe to you as an Edomite, you the Edomite, but of course the Lord clearly took issue with them, and that's why the Lord put them to death. All right, so all that crap, you have people talking about trying to defend these people and all that stuff, trying to say, oh my God, it's such a tragedy, they didn't do anything, they were good people, X, Y, and Z. No, that's completely out the window. All right. Proverbs 17 verse 13, whoso rewardeth evil for good, evil shall not depart from his house. And that's the crazy thing about this, is how we are always viewed as the criminal. We get wrongfully arrested, put in given, what's the word, unrealistic, unfair standards, while Esau gets, if ever a so-called black person does something, oh, that's the whole black people, that's representative of the whole black people. Let an Edomite do something, oh, that's just that one sick individual. All right, and I don't even need to go into that because you should know that already. Continuing on, Psalms 38:20, they also that render evil for good are mine adversaries, because I follow the thing the thing that good is. And yes, to end it off, the Lord is not dealing with you if you are going to be justifying someone that's just flat out a demon. All right, so with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Wakwa, Quadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Ababa, and Shalom.